Till now, we have seen what is Salesforce and what is this course all about and what I will be teaching in this course as a part of this course. Now, suppose I am not there or any of the teacher is not there to teach you on the Salesforce. You can't directly go to the YouTube and you can't directly Google something topics and read it because there is an official learning platform for the Salesforce that is provided by the Salesforce itself. Salesforce has provided something for every of the Salesforce developer, administrator, consultant, or business architects to use their learning platform called Trailhead to learn any of the concept, whether it's coding, administration, automation, rules and regulations, principles, everything related to the Salesforce, they will document and they will provide like a lessons and they will give us the hands-on projects in a platform called as Trailhead platform. I'll just navigate to the Trailhead platform to show how it looks actually. Trailhead. Mm, Image. Yeah. Trailhead. So this is something called as Trailhead module where we need to log into that Trailhead platform. So I'll use one of my account to log into the Trailhead platform. I'll teach you how to set up this account, but I'll just show what is the Trailhead platform and how it looks actually. So this is the Trailhead platform where you will be having uh, trials, modules, projects, and something more about the Salesforce. What are these modules? What are these projects? We'll come to know within short span of time. But for now, think that Trailhead is a platform provided by the Salesforce to make us learn the concepts in a very easy and hands-on manner. That means, suppose you want to learn the concept of something called as Apex. You want to learn about the Apex. So if I type here in the search for Trailhead Apex, one second. Sorry, my mouse is not working. Yeah. Hmm. So if I type something Apex in this Trailhead, similar to the Google or some YouTube, you will get some trials, modules, and badges, projects related to the Apex, so that I can open any of this. Suppose I want to learn the Apex, I know better. I know bit of Salesforce. I know don't know development and coding in the Salesforce, so I open the Apex. This is the module which have lessons in this, how to get started with Apex, how to use SO objects, how to use SOQL and SOSL, what is DML. So these all we can learn not only with the help of a coach or YouTube videos. In this also we can learn, and this is official. Whatever it's been written here, this is written by the Salesforce itself. So this is official. Are you getting my point? So this is the official website of the Salesforce where they teach us the concepts of Salesforce in a better way. So once you learn this all thing about the Apex, so what is the Apex, what is the data, and what is how the this is a just before we have seen the architecture, right? Servers and the users or clients. So that concept only here. Now there are multiple things related to the Apex. They have coding also here involved. Once you have done these all things, at the end of the module, there will be something called as challenge. This is a hands-on challenge where you'll be creating these all things in the Salesforce and you'll click launch and you'll check for the score, your score, whether you have done a right thing or wrong thing. So this complete platform is a learning platform, not it's a business application you are using in your company. It's a learning platform. It was developed and it is, I mean, it means it is developed for our developers and administrators' sake to learn the Salesforce concept in a better way. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So Trailhead is a learning platform which helps us to learn the Salesforce related concepts, whether administrator or coding or consultant related or architect level concepts in a very easy and hands-on manner. Okay. Okay. Now, how to create the account in this Trailhead module? To create the account, just navigate to the. Let me open another account. So you have to open the Trailhead. The trailhead.salesforce.com is the website URL that you need to use. I'll be posting in this. Okay. So in the chat I have provided, use that to open the Trailhead platform or Trailhead web page where you will be having the option to sign up. Okay. You'll be having the option to sign up. And I generally suggest use your LinkedIn or your Google. You can use Salesforce also, but I'll let you know what how you can use Salesforce account to log into Trailhead. But for now, use your Google account or your LinkedIn account, your LinkedIn profile to open this to create the account in the Trailhead playground. Suppose I want to continue with the Google. If I click on that, then definitely there will be a page open for me to provide my URL. I mean, Google your email address and then password. Then once we click on the next, I have the create account. I mean, sorry, on the next, then you will be getting something account like this. You'll be getting the account this way. A basic, a first step. Welcome to Trailhead Playground modules. What is Trailhead? You will be learning here. What is Trailhead community? Then you'll be having something score here, like a 0 batches, 0 points, or like that. This is a new account that was created in the last few days back. So this is how the generally, if you create the account, it looks like. So I suggest you to create this account for sure, because whatever the assessment, whatever the notes I give to you, and whatever the topics I'm going to teach you are completely based on the Trailhead, the official website of Salesforce. I will be sending the links for you. Suppose I want you to read this, why Trailhead like that, then I'll just send you the URL and I want you to read this to understand more about the Trailhead. So in that way, whatever the new concepts I will be teaching, I'll be sending the URLs for you. I mean, that will teach you the official content, and you'll have a hands-on challenges to complete in the Trailhead. Is that clear? So the use of Trailhead is to learn the Salesforce in a more better way. Apart from my course and my coaching, if you have this Trailhead in your hand, you can learn the Salesforce with a more hands-on experience. Clear? Okay. Let me open the other. So this is about the Trailhead. Then why Trailhead? What are the adventures of Trailhead? We have seen just now. Setting up Trailhead is on you. You just open that link and set up the Trailhead playground. Anupama, you are there, right? Okay. Just open that URL which I have sent in the chat. Then create the account. Okay.
Okay.
You may set up the account right now, or you can set up the account later. But if you want to continue with a hands-on project in this class, a hands-on topics, we'll go to the trail head only. So I suggest you to set up the account now itself. Saiteja, if it is possible, you set up the account. If not, you can set up afterwards. But Anupama, I think it is possible to you, you just set
Yeah,
up the account.
yeah, I'm
It
doing.
will- yeah, it hardly takes 5 minutes. Once you give your Google account credentials, then you'll be getting the URL or the link to your Google email to confirm the account, to verify the account. If that is done in few minutes itself, your trial head will be created.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'll wait for 5 minutes, or like you set up the account and let me know. That's it about the class one. Actually, this is completely class one. It's completely about the introduction about the Salesforce, this course, and the trial head. Now we'll go to the class two. Meanwhile, Anupama will be creating that. So because that is needed to start the class three and class four. Let me open the other class. Okay. Is it done?
Yes.
Okay, you created. Okay. Anupama, once created, let me know. Even in the mobile, you can create actually. Once you have created the trial head account, Anupama, can I continue? Okay.
And continue.
Okay. Okay. So once the account has been created in the Salesforce, just click on your profile. This symbol. There is a symbol here. This is the profile, your profile. So open this profile. Once you open this profile, I mean, once you click on that or navigate to that one, just you'll be having these all things: logo, profile, settings, favorites. In that, open hands-on org. There is something called under your profile, hands-on orgs. Once you click on the hands-on orgs under your profiles in the Trailhead Playground, there is something called as My Trailhead Playground 1. There is something called as My Trailhead Playground 1. Let us launch that. If we are launching this playground, it means we are opening a Salesforce environment. From the Salesforce learning platform, that is Trailhead, we are opening a new playground for us to learn more concepts. That playground is similar to the Salesforce only. It is Salesforce, but not the production one. It's like your experimental Salesforce. I clicked on the launch right here. Once you click on the launch, uh, let it open. This is how the Salesforce looks. This is how the Salesforce looks in the real time in any of the company. So whenever you launch the hands-on org My Trailhead Playground 1. So once again, I'm repeating, under the profile in your Trailhead, just click on the profile. I mean, or hover over the profile. So you will get multiple options here. From that, you select the hands-on orgs. So once you click on the hands-on orgs, then something like this will be open for you. You can create a playground, or you can open the existing playground. This is the playground that will be created by the Trailhead only whenever you create the account. whenever you create any account, new account in the Salesforce, one playground and one Salesforce environment, one playing Salesforce environment will be created for you, that you can launch by clicking the launch option here, so that a new environment of Salesforce will be opened for you. This is not the production one. This is the experimental Salesforce where you can do anything with this. You can open anything. This is something app launcher in the in our Android mobiles also. There is something there will be something button like this. Once you click on that, there will be the applications open, whatever the mobile applications with that will be visible in that in your mobile will be like open in this way. So you can select any of the application. I'll tell about these applications, what is the difference between the Salesforce and this application in the like in few more minutes. But for now, just consider that we can launch any of those application. Till now, we talked about the initially we talked about sales, services, community marketing, right? Those only this one. So I'll be opening the sales application. Once you open that, there is something opportunities leads. This is like sample workspace for you, work environment where you can learn the concept of Salesforce. This is not someone else. This is yours only. This is created when you created the trial head account. That is why I am preferring to go with the trial head, because you can create a playground to play with the Salesforce concepts, coding or administrative in an experimental way in the experimental playground provided by the trial head. This is that one. Okay, I can open any of this one. So the most beautiful thing here is there is also sample data, not only the Salesforce features. There is some sample data to play with. Like this is a like a playground, really a playground for us where we can use the sample data provided by the trial head. Is it clear? I'll
Yes.
explain this. What this is all I'll explain. But for now, just remember that if you want to have some playground to play with that is similar to the real world Salesforce, I mean the real Salesforce itself, so that you can have that you can create by using trial head. In the trial head, there is some option called hands-on orgs. In that, there will be playgrounds listed here. So you can open the playground, or if you think that I want to use this my trialhead playground only to learn admin related things. Suppose I rename this admin playground. Then I create another playground. I name this playground as coding Apex playground. So like this, you can create any number of playgrounds. Like this, you can create any number of playgrounds. So is it clear? The playground
Yeah.
concept is clear, right? So what is the playground then? If you launch the playground, there will be a real world Salesforce application will be open for you. Salesforce platform will be open for you to play with the sample data as well. You can have all the sample data. What are these all will be learning in today's class itself. Okay, so you will be learning this concept very soon. But for now, through the trial head playground, this Salesforce playground, Salesforce environment will be open. Now, initially, if you launch this environment, 1 second, I'll be on mute. Yeah, okay. So, initially, when you open the playground, there is something you have seen this one. I'll open that one. Playground starter. There is something called playground starter. This is like whenever you create any playground, this is the first page which we will be seeing. Welcome to this playground. So you'll be having some video about what is a playground. They will explain that. This is install a package. This will be observing what is that. Okay. Now there is something called get your login credentials. This is your playground, right? To this playground, you will be having a username and you can have a password. This is not useful right now. So whenever this is useful, I'll be teaching about this one. So when you first launch the playground, you'll be opened with a page called the application called Playground Starter, where you will be having different tabs. In these different tabs, you will be having different information. So this is not the today's topic. The today's topic is especially navigate around the Salesforce environment. Means I want you to know what is what in this Salesforce page, what you are seeing now. The first thing I want you to know is this one, App Launcher. App Launcher is a place where you can launch the different applications provided by the Salesforce. What are these different applications? Why they are used individually? We'll come to know. But for now, you just think that there are different applications in the Salesforce platform to switch between the different applications. You need to use the app launcher. Now I am in the playground starter application. Then I can go to the service application. Again, once I want to switch to other application, then I can again jump to the one second. Again jump to the sales application. In this way, you can switch between the different applications through the app launcher. This is the first thing we want to know in the Salesforce environment. Now, second thing, setup. Setup is nothing but settings. Setup, everything settings are related to the your Salesforce. So once I click on this setup, you will be opened with a page where you want to do setup. I want to add some users to this Salesforce. So I can go to users under the administration, under the users, I can click on users. Then I can add new user. I can delete the existing user. So this is not something, a page where you can configure. This is a page where you can configure your application. Which application or which platform? Salesforce platform. You can configure your Salesforce platform by using the setup option. This is the most important thing. Setup option is nothing but a configuration. This is something called a setup of gear. Setup gear where you will be using to open the settings page of your organization, of your Salesforce platform. The data related thing, application related, other settings, everything, whatever configuration related activities you want to perform as an administrator of the Salesforce or the developer of the Salesforce, you want to navigate to the setup. Then we'll come to object manager little later. So before that, now this is administration. You are a developer, you want to do coding. Again, same. Click on the setup gear, this gear, then open the developer console. This is a console developer for the developers. This you can use to write coding. If I click on that, something like this blank page will be open. Here I want to create a new Apex class. So test backup class. So you'll come to know what is this all, but for now, just remember that this is for developers. Is it clear? Just I'm helping you to understand how you can use Salesforce environment. What are the things you want you have to use in a daily basis? So for every developer or administrator, you daily need to go to setup page. If you're a developer, pakka for sure you have to open the developer console. Or you have multiple applications in your for you have to switch between the application. You need to use the app launcher. Is that clear? Hey,
Yes.
Yes.
confirm me. Yeah. Okay. So once again, just a brief overview of this 15 minutes, whatever we have discussed. Trailhead is a learning platform that has been designed officially by the Salesforce to help us learn the Salesforce concepts more hands-on way, more officially. This is whatever they have written in this documents. This is absolutely true. Not the assumption made by any of the developers like me, like you, like anyone. This is completely provided by the Salesforce. What is what about the Salesforce that has been completely documented here with projects, with modules, with lessons, with hands-on like challenges, everything. Now, why we are using this one to learn the Salesforce, right? So then to how to launch the Salesforce, you got to the trailhead from here. How to launch the Salesforce environment to learn to play with it. I have to click on my profile or hover over my profile, then go to the hands-on orgs. Then once I go to the hands-on orgs, I get like a display of my playgrounds. Once I get the playgrounds, I can launch any of the playground. Now I launched the playground till now, the admin playground. So that will be launched. And once that is launched, it will look something like this. In that, we learn today what is set up. This button, just this button we have learned today, and this button, nothing but app launcher and the setup gear. So why this is useful? If you are administrator, definitely you need to do settings and configuration. If you are a developer, definitely you need to write some code. So how to write code, how to do settings, that all you can do by clicking on this button only. So it's clear for now about the trailhead and the basic Salesforce environment. Now, let me just have a recap, a small recap with some definition. What is Salesforce again? Salesforce, your customer success platform designed to help you sell, service, market, analyze using Tableau kind of application, and connect with your customers by using Slack like tool. So in every line, we have this one. Designed to sell sales application, service, do marketing, do analyze using Tableau, then connect with your customer using Slack, which is also an application provided by the Salesforce platform. Then now, using standard products and features, you can manage the relationship with the prospects and your customers, collaborate and engage with your employees. I mean, internally in your team or in your company, and externally, the partners also. You can use Salesforce to do both the things. Also, to store your data. We'll come to this point. How you are storing your data securely in the cloud, we'll come to know. But for now, Salesforce is used to maintain the customer relationship in this all the ways. Then to do storage of your data. Now, the thing here is whatever we have seen here is the standard products and features only. That means what is meant by standard features? If you buy a new mobile, there will be some applications installed in that mobile by default. Nowadays, if you buy any mobile, there are certain applications that you can't disable or you can't delete those applications. But there is a app store or a play store that you can use to download the applications that you can delete again. Is that clear? This small concept, what is standard and what is customized, I am going to explain you. Standard features are the features that comes with the Salesforce, that is already provided by the Salesforce. What are customizable, what are customized, or what are the custom features or products that are installed by us, that are developed by us, that is nothing but standard customized custom features or products. So standard products and features are only just the beginning of the Salesforce journey. But going forward in real time, in any company, you use your knowledge and experience to develop the custom features, custom applications, custom objects, custom data, custom fields, custom functionalities, not only using the standard ones. Is it clear? Just just understand it clearly. We are not going to use the Salesforce as it is. We will be using our knowledge of administration, automation, functional development, and coding to develop sorry to I mean to develop and to improve the Salesforce by customizing it. Customizing in the sense you will add some your own applications, your own concepts. Is it clear?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that is the last one. Our platform allows you to customize and personalize the experience for your customers, partners, and employees, and easily extend beyond out of the box functionality. I hope this is clear for you that Salesforce not only providing standard features and products, but it also helps you do anything with the Salesforce. So when we talk about anything, there is a limit for everything. So that we have to keep in the mind that you can't go and just play with everything in the Salesforce. For everything, there will be certain limits. So that limits we will come to know when we talk about the architecture of the Salesforce. But for now, just think that you can design your own things or customize the existing things in the Salesforce, not only using the standard features. Now, what is CRM? This we have seen till now in from the for the past that 1 hour we are talking about this CRM itself. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. Or this technology allows you to manage relationship with customers and collaborate with them. So this is the again the same. Okay, this again the same. Sure. So I don't want to explain again this one. This is the most important concept of today's like of the all 4 classes. This is the most important thing. If you get this, that will be the foundation for your Salesforce journey. Whether you're a developer or whether you are an administrator, understanding the way Salesforce stores or organizes your data is very crucial. Let us consider. Okay, you may need to unmute for this thing. I mean, to speak with me continuously. Now, suppose you are running a business. Just suppose you are running a product, selling some products for the Amazon or from any other e-commerce platforms. You are running the business. Now there is a customer data. Customer A, customer B, customer C, customer D. Like that, you have 50 customers. Each of the customer will be having their email ID, mobile number, address, and the products they are buying, and how much quantity they are buying. These all details you will be having, right? Where you will be storing this data. Suppose there is no Salesforce. Suppose there is no Salesforce. So how you will be storing your data? Hello?
Huh?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So Salesforce organizes your data. Sorry, not Salesforce. Now we are talking about other thing. Where you will be storing your data?
Maybe on Excel or Google
Yeah,
spreadsheets.
Google spreadsheets. You'll be storing your data. So that will be in the form. That will be if I open any of the Excel application and open the, suppose I have contacts. There is no data. 1 second. There is a product information. You are doing some business. You are sending some variables like suits, trousers, glasses, belts, everything. This data you'll be having in your local system or in the Google Cloud, Google, like storing like a product name and category, color, size, and price as the columns or the fields. What are the rows? These are the rows, right? This is 1 row, 2 row, 3 row. What are the rows? Those are nothing but records of your data. The suit one is one record. This is the details about that suit or product. This is another row. So in generally, in any of the business or any of the concept, the data will be stored in the form of rows and columns, right? This is the general form of storing the data. So in the Salesforce also, sorry, not in the Salesforce, in the spreadsheet here also, the columns are nothing but this one. These are the columns. These are the columns. Column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5. In these columns, you have the data. These columns, can I say these are the fields? Fields. Fields that will store a particular piece of information. So field product name will store the name information. Category will store the category information. Color will store the color information. So like that, every field is storing particular information of the record, right? Now, each row is of the data. Can I say one record of the data? Is it clear? So in generally, rows and columns are the way any data is stored in any of the system. You are running business, you are using Excel, you are using the SQL, MySQL, or some Oracle database. Everywhere, your data will be stored in the form of rows and columns. So here I am telling that columns are nothing but a fields. Fields will store a particular piece of information of the record. What is record? A single row in a data, the single row of data. So rows are nothing but records, columns are nothing but fields. This concept, the same concept is now used by the Salesforce. Now I am opening the Salesforce. This is Salesforce environment, right? The Salesforce environment we only created just now, like by using the Trailhead. Now I click on the app launcher. I click on the sales application. Like I'm opening one of the application, contacts or products or something. There is I'll let you know how to go to this one. Just for now, is this similar to rows and columns? Just tell me that is it similar to rows and columns?
Yes.
So this is nothing but a rows and columns. Here also it is similar to rows and columns in a spreadsheet or in Excel sheet. This is the rows, these are the columns. So in the similar way, here also you have the columns, nothing but fields. You have the rows, nothing but records of data. How this is stored, we'll talk a little with a little more explanation. But just assume that Salesforce is also storing your data in the form of rows and columns only, where columns are nothing but fields and rows are nothing but records. This is one, record 2, record 3, like this. There are number of records. This whole thing now, this whole thing you see, and just to go to another tab here and open another details. This is also rows and columns. This is also rows and columns. Oh, sorry, this is again 1 second. This is also rows and columns. This is also rows and columns. Now we can say that these are two different spreadsheets, right? Suppose if I want to create the same thing in the Excel, I can say that I will create one for contacts and one for accounts, the different spreadsheets, right? Each spreadsheet, you have to think like each object. Each object. Now I am telling that contacts is one object. Accounts is another object. This contact object is storing this information, which are fields, which are records. Is that clear? I'll repeat it
Yes.
again once again. Yeah, okay, I'll repeat it again. Salesforce have the concept similar to the spreadsheet or any data management system, where the data will be stored in the form of rows and columns. Each row is nothing but a record. Each column is nothing but a field. Is nothing but field. Field will store the certain information, certain piece of information, not total information, certain piece of information in the form of a field, a single element. Now, this complete data this complete data, which is of one kind, of one nature, is nothing but contacts. Here, now this contact is nothing but one object, like one spreadsheet. This is one object. Spreadsheet in the sense object. Then accounts is another object which have another data, but in the same form again, rows and columns, fields and records. So is this clear till now? Just assume spreadsheets are nothing but each Excel sheet you have to
Voice
think.
రాలేదు.
Hello? Voice clear లేదా?
ఇందాక.
Okay. Okay. Now, hello? Now okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. 1 second. Now, we are telling that each Excel sheet, each spreadsheet is nothing but an object in Salesforce, where the both are similar. Why similar? In spreadsheet, in Excel sheet also you'll store the data in the form of rows and columns. Then in the spreadsheet also, sorry, in the object of the Salesforce also you'll store in the form of rows and columns. Clear? Any questions? No? Yes? I think this is confusing, right? Yeah. Okay. We'll talk with more realistic example now. Now, 1 second. How I can add the data here? Suppose this is a table in the Excel. I just click here. 2D 3 category. Hoodies, then color some red. Now M is a size, some dollars, 45. This is just I'm adding the record now here. One record and one row of the data. Let us do same thing here. These are the contacts, right? This is the contact information. This is how the existing contacts are. There are this many contacts now. Okay. I want to add new contact now. What I will do? I can't just go and here and do something and add directly here. There is some procedure to add the record to this object. What object? Contact object. What you're going to do? One record. I mean one row of data you are going to add. Click on new. Then there will be a page open. Once again, go to the object, go to the tab, any of the tab. Inside this tab, there will be data related to the object. So this is a view. I'll tell about this views for, but now let us consider that you can see the contacts. Then in the contacts, you click on new. You click on new. When you click on new, some fields will be opened. What are the fields? It stores certain piece of information. I select Mr. Shakri. Then this all you can leave. Why you can leave? Have you filled any of the online document? If you fill any of the online document, there are star mark fields and there are general fields. What are star mark fields?
We have
We have to fill that for sure. That is required information.
yeah.
So that fields you have to fill for sure. That fields. So here only last name and this like a name. This name field is the mandatory field. So that mandatory and required field, I have filled that one. So just I'll give my information. So that's it. I have, I filled automatically by using my Google form. So you need to enter the information, email, then you have to enter the address and everything. Once you do that, click on the save. What happens here? Leave this for now. Just this has opened, but your record will be added to the contacts. Click on all contacts. Till now, is there a check record information? No, right?
No.
This data, this record is added to the spreadsheet. Sorry, not spreadsheet. Why not spreadsheet? Spreadsheet is Excel or the Google, but we are in the Salesforce now. We have to call it as an object. Now I added one record of data with the field's name and email, phone number to my contact object, not spreadsheet. Spreadsheet is generalized term. This we have considered just as an example. But in Salesforce terminology, as a Salesforce administrator or developer, you have to use the word called object. Okay? That should be very sure. This is the foundation. Objects are the foundation for the Salesforce. This is where the complete data of your business stored or hosted. There will be number of different objects. Even you can create your own object. We'll be looking into that. But object is a place where you store the information. It's like a data storage box for you, which will store your information in the form of records which have fields. Record we are talking about. Let us open one of the record. Okay, let us open one of the record. Now, just now I have created check record, right? So I open check record. Then one new web page is open. Web page, I think you know, but if you don't know, I'm repeating, I'm just telling what is a page. In the browser, if you open anything, it is nothing but a page. Suppose this is page 1. Now I am opening LinkedIn. If you want to do a LinkedIn page, I'll open LinkedIn page. This is LinkedIn page. Now, if I want to open some Naukri web page, I'll click on Naukri. The Naukri page will be open. Whatever you will open and you will see in the browser is nothing but a page, web page. So this is a page. How this opened? By clicking on the record. Once again, when we go to the objects, any of the object, for now I am going to the contact object. Then I am clicking the check record. If I click on this record, a page will be opened. A page will be opened. This page is called as a record page. Why a record page? You opened this page by clicking on a record. That's the reason you call or you say this is a record page. Is that clear? Any questions? Till now, just you don't need to understand everything now itself. Just understand the flow we are going through. What is an object, record, creating a record, like that. You are navigating in the Salesforce today. Everything you will do again and again, these all things multiple times you will be doing in these 3 months of course. Then at the end of the 3 months, you will be doing in this like a very speed. But for now, just understand that you are going to the contact object, then open the record. This is a record page. What does the record page will contain? Information. The fields, whatever the data you have stored, that data will be visible here. Phone number, name, address, everything will be visible here. Is that clear? How your data is stored in the Salesforce? Salesforce is storing your data in a very smartest way. Not only just like a rows and columns, like general spreadsheets. It is using a concept of object where you can store your record. And if you click on the record, there is some new page opened. Is this a scenario here? If I click here, nothing will happen. If I click here, nothing will happen. But if you click on the records here, if you click on the data here, you will be having a beautiful picture of your data. This is how the Salesforce is designed. Have you created this web page? No, right? You just added one record by clicking on new. By clicking on new option, you created this one. Rest all the thing is done by Salesforce only. So, is it clear the concept of record, fields, and the object? If any questions, ask me. Yeah, okay, Saitaja, go ahead.
No, I'm clear.
Okay, clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Object is nothing but a spreadsheet. Fields are nothing but a columns, and records are nothing but a rows. But in a more beautiful way, Salesforce is designed. So if you click on any of the record, there's something page like this will open. That is nothing but a record page. This is our next slide in our class. This is what we have seen till now. This is how your data is stored. Any of the record, if you open, there will be a details. Okay, these are all record details. This is similar to spreadsheet. Whatever I have taught till now, that is in a pictorial way in one single like slide. This is a record in a spreadsheet. This is a record in a Salesforce. These are the objects like account sheet, contact sheet. You can create like multiple sheets. You can create in the spreadsheet like sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, like that. So in the similar way, you can create multiple objects, contact object, accounts object, opportunity objects. So like that. I hope this is very clear. If any questions, again, I'll be explaining this one because daily you'll be talking about the objects only for sure. Even you do coding on these objects. Even the automation, you do on this only. So every day you'll be getting repeated this every concept. For interview point of view or for exam point of view, this is the slide, the most important slide. Record field object. This we haven't covered it, org and app. So leave about that one. Just see record, field, and object. Okay. A table in the database, a place where store your value like a name, address, a item you are tracking in your database. That means a one set of record, one row. I hope these three things are clear. I'll be sharing this one now itself. Mhm. Okay, I will open all the slides now. I'll send it to you in the chat after this class. Now, till now, whatever we have seen, is it clear? Pakka for sure, because now little more advanced topic we are going to see. No question about the object, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is about the objects. What are these objects? These are provided by the Salesforce only. Did you create those objects? No, right? Whenever you created the playground created this all, because that means it is being created by the Salesforce only. Now I want to create in the sales. We have what are the objects? Opportunities, leads, there are accounts, there are different objects, right? I want to create one more object. There are some people is all. Let me question to you. What you will be using to open the configuration page?
Gear.
Yes, setup gear. Click on the setup gear. Click on the setup. Then if you click on the setup, there will be a configuration page open to you. In the configuration page, whatever we have seen today, till now, was this one. These all different configurations. We haven't covered each and everything. Just I have told you, I have explained you that these are the different things you will be configuring for your Salesforce. If you are a Salesforce developer or administrator in your company. Till now, just now, what we have seen, objects are the main thing for the Salesforce, because objects are the foundation for the Salesforce. That means without object, there is no Salesforce only. Not only me, everyone will tell the same. Even Salesforce will tell the same. Without object, Salesforce is nothing, because without data, what users will do? Data will be stored in the objects. So without objects, what we will do? That's the reason Salesforce has provided a separate tab to manage the objects. Inside the settings, there is a home for every other feature. For only managing your object, Salesforce has separate tab. Tab means one, like this is one tab. In Google, if you say browser, tab 1, tab 2, tab 3. So in the similar way, in the Salesforce also, in the Salesforce platform, you have tabs: home tab, object manager tab under the setup. If you click on the object manager tab, you can manage the objects in the Salesforce. Till now, what we have seen? Account object, right? Yeah, just now we have seen account. There is account object. There is a contact object. There is an opportunity object. These are the different objects which will store different data. These are the objects. Did you create those objects? No, right? You did not customize it. You didn't create those customizably by yourself. Those are created by the Salesforce. Those are given by the Salesforce. Whatever the things that are provided the Salesforce are nothing but standard features, right? Not the custom features. They are the standard features. That is the reason whatever the objects that have been provided by the Salesforce are called as standard objects. Is a clear? Standard objects are the objects that have been provided by the Salesforce by default. Whenever you whenever you get a Salesforce environment, whether from the trial head, whether from the Salesforce only directly, whatever the thing you are going to do, whatever the approach you are going to use, you will be getting these features for sure. Okay. Now, before in the starting of these slides, in this, before 15 minutes, we have been told that Salesforce not only provide the standard objects, it is also providing a way to create our custom objects, right? Not only objects. It told that we don't only provide standard features, you can customize the Salesforce application by creating your own things, right? That means if there is a standard object, I can create custom object myself. That I am going to do now. There are standard objects. This is standard object is provided by the Salesforce. Now I create a custom object. To create a custom object, don't worry. There is separate class to do the to create the objects, to manage the objects. This is today's class. We are understanding the flow of the Salesforce, UI of the Salesforce. So I'm clicking the custom object creation. I just say that this custom object is offer. I just creating the object called offer. Let us see, because if there is another object with the same name, again there will be a confusion. So let us see if there is a offer object in my Salesforce organization. 1 second. Quick find offer. Is there any object? No, there is no object with the name of offer. But contact, there is an object. I can't create another contact object. Another contact spreadsheet. So I just create offer object. Just to create offers. Leave everything as it is. There will be some first, object first field. We'll come to this again. Click on save. Now click on the object manager. These are all the standard objects. If you type contact, what it is? It's a standard object. But if you type offer, what it is? What it is?
Custom object.
Yeah, it's a custom object. That means you have developed that object, that feature. Okay, that product, the feature, that object is developed by you customizably, because Salesforce provided a way for us to do anything with this platform. That is the reason I have created my own object called offer. Is that clear? This is our next topic, that after the learning how your Salesforce organizes your data, like in this way, we have seen the Salesforce organizes this data, and not only there are custom objects, there will be not only there are standard objects, but also there are custom objects for us to develop by ourselves. I hope this is clear till now. If any questions, let me know. Once again, we will be covering these concepts while we learn data modeling in the Salesforce. Okay. Now there is something called as Salesforce fields and data types. Before going to this, I just want to make sure that it is clear for you. Someone from three of you, just share your screen and create the object in front of me. Anupama, if you are okay, you can share your screen. Anyone?
Okay.
Let me unshare my screen. I have given access to you. So share your screen. You can take your own time. I'll give you 2 to 3 minutes. Just clear everything on your tabs and share your screen. In Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday class, out of 2 hours of class from 7:30 to 9:30, you will be having 1.5 hour of a theoretical session, and in the last 30 minutes of the class, you will be uh, having a practical session. Either I will be giving you a task to do directly in front of me by sharing your screen, any of your the person's screen, or we will be discussing about the task or the assessment which we have done in a practical way. So the concepts will be taught for the 1.5 hour, and the last 30 minutes practical session, question and answer session only. The class will be of 2 hours, no? So in that. Okay. Okay. Let me share my screen.
Actually, I am stating that
Okay. Sorry.
doing, but it's I'm now creating, so it's ready.
It is sharing. Your voice is breaking. Sorry. Can you repeat?
Not connecting. Do later.
Okay, okay, not an issue. In the next class, make sure every setup is ready, including your headset. So today I'll be sharing the screen again. Okay. Let us go to our Salesforce environment, our test environment, which we have created using our Trailhead Playground. Now, this is our Salesforce environment. In this Salesforce environment, these are the tabs. These are the tabs. Okay. These are the tabs. Inside the tab, if you consider what we have, object inside the tabs. So if you consider the basic tabs, this accounts, contacts, opportunities, leads, we have the objects. What are the objects? It is a place where you store your data in the form of rows and columns, in the form of table, in this way. So you use the concept of a record here, that each row is a record. You created one of the record here. You created the record in this way, like providing some fields, data, filling the fields, mandatory fields or not mandatory fields, you fill them, and you created one record, one contact under the object contact. Now we are talking about the record. In the record, we have the fields, right? We have the fields. Let us consider let us click on the details. Is each field is same? Is each field is same? Suppose if I see phone, I will be creating phone number here. If I click on fax, I will be clearly creating a fact, some text. Okay. Now there are some fields like calendar field. This is a calendar. This is not a text. I can't just type something here. This field is of type calendar. Now this field is text again. There are some other fields to pick up, to select one of the pick list item. From the drop down, we have the option to pick list one of the field. Once again, if you open any of the record, or the all the fields are of same nature, same character, same type, yes or no? Hey, if you don't answer, then I will be not going forward in the class. Someone from you should answer this. Hello? Hello? Or, yeah, once again, I'm repeating the question. In any of the record, are all the fields. This field, all the fields are of same kind. This is a pick list. This is a,
No different.
they are different, right? Your phone number, your email. Suppose if I give some other email now, K7 KC 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let us see what it do. What it is doing? It is throwing a rule, validation rule. I mean, it is like it is throwing an error or warning that this is not a valid email address. Why it is showing? Because we mentioned that this is the email ID. So email ID is generally how it is in the form of @Yahoo, @Gmail, @Slack, @Salesforce.com. That is what it is expecting. Why it is expecting? Because we have now. I don't have this account only, but the format is correct. It is just checking the format. How it can check? How it can check the format? Suppose there is a if you consider this draw, one second, I'll click on the edit. If you consider this level, what it is doing? Secondary territory parameter. This is what drop down, a pick list. You want to select one of this. So each field is having different nature. If you consider Excel, in each field is mostly of same type only. Whatever you can store, you want to store, you can store it here. Unless you do some high level automations or validations on this, that I mean, we cannot store, or we cannot, I mean, we can store any kind of information in the Excel fields, but in the Salesforce object, in a record, the fields individually different from other fields. That means something is there which is controlling the fields. That is nothing but the data type of the field. Once again, fields are the elements to store certain piece of information for any record in the object in Salesforce. Now, each field can be different with other fields. Maybe same, maybe different. How it can be different? Because there is something called data type concept. Whenever we are creating the fields now, whenever we are creating these fields, what you will do is you will make this field associated with one data type. Yeah, I am creating this field. This field is of calendar data type. I mean date data type, or text data type, or pick list, or checkbox. This type of data type we can select. How we can select, I will show in a practical way. But before going into practical, theoretically, you have to understand the concept that each field will be of different type. Now I will click on this service. Again, same. What is this field? Where the field is in an object, right? Where the field is in an object. Object in the sense you have to go to the configuration, then go to the object manager. Inside the object manager, are having the what's called objects, different objects. Where is this check record? It is contact, right? It is contact. So what I will do is I'll create one field now. Under the contact object, I'll create a field now. Open the contact object. In the contact object, I'm going to add one field. There are these many fields. These are all the fields. See here, for every field, there is a field name. There is a field name, what you can see. But there is a data type. Are you seeing this? There is a data type which is controlling the field nature, field characteristics. There are different data types, fax, checkbox, email. These are different data types. So let us create one field. So you'll know how you can configure this data type. Click on the new. Don't worry, you will be covering this all again in the data modeling chapter data modeling class. For now, you observe that field is having a data type associated with the field. So that data type will control how the field will behave in the UI. What kind of information you can store in the UI, in the record page. So let us create checkbox. Checkbox. I created an option, checkbox. Click on next. This is the process of creating the field. Just now I created the object, right? Like that I'm creating the field now. Inside one object, that is contact object. Field label. Field label, what I have to do is qualified is the name of the pick list. Then I will do next. This, what is this field level security, will come to know in the upcoming classes. This is the most important concept, but it will be covered in the upcoming classes. Now, this is page layouts also we will try to, we'll be covering in the upcoming classes. So click on save. So what you have done now? What you have done actually, you have created a, what you have done actually, you have created a field in the object. What field you have created? Sorry. Yeah, qualified field you have created. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where you have created that field? Inside which object?
Contact.
Contact object. Now let's see how it looks in the UI. I mean, in the record page. This is a check the record page, right? Record. Let's see in the details whether the field I got it or not. Chakra is the record I have created. These are all the fields which are already there. I created which one? Which one I have created? Qualified. This is visible, right? Is this same like other fields? This is same like other fields? No, right? This has some thing here.
Checkbox.
Checkbox. Because I have created that type. That type is the main thing that controls the nature or the characteristics of the field associated with the type. So once again, I do the same thing. I go to the object manager under the setup, then I go to the contact object, which is the object I am playing with now. Inside the object, I click on the new option under the fields and relationships. There are many things here in the sidebar, left sidebar, but I create a fields and relationship. Inside this fields and relationship, I will select, let us select number. Or let us select, okay, number only we'll select. Click on next. So number score, just I'll mention score or rating. Just I mention rating. This is rating. Then decimal places. I don't want any decimal places, so 0. So this is required or not required. I am selecting required, which I have not done in the previous case. Click on next. This again you leave it as it is. Then again page layouts page will appear. Leave as it is. Click on save. Now let us see what we have created. Rating. This field is of numbers. 18 is the length of the data that can be stored. Rating is the field. Rating is the field name. What this is what is this? We'll come to know. For now, you can see field label, field data type.